Tuesday because it's Saturday. So, look at this thing. That's the big whoop. And what's the big whoop? Okay, so I'm going to do my review. And I'm a year late because when this thing came out, everybody already did it. But I want to give you my opinion on it. Some people care about my opinion, and I respect that. So, for the guys that are just getting into this now, or still looking to find a indoor quad, or something that's a little bit more laid back than what they're used to, whatever the thing is, let me give you my quick 2 minutes. Beer's on its way back, so I got 5 minutes or so to bullshit and screw around. I got some batteries charging. So as you can see, it looks a little different. And of course, I don't leave anything alone. And I purposely didn't go with the colors that I normally do. It's got like a weird blue pearl. Okay, so there's a blue in there, and then there's a pearl. It's been redone and done. I was going to add green, but I didn't like the paint. I think the paint was bad. It's cold as shit in my basement because my furnace died again. Not going to get into it because I'll start swearing. I might cry a little bit. But my furnace is on its way out because it's older than time. But whatever. So I added a little bit of fresh paint. And for those who recognize the kind of sort of Punisher look I was going for, because it's the best series on Netflix right now. And then if I see that right, see that little purple glaze? That's some of the pearl that's kind of tucked away in there. So I wanted to add a little bit of attitude and then just have this thing say fuck you when it's flying by. Okay, so yeah, I added paint. I adjusted the antenna, got it off the board, and pulled it up into and inside. On this one, I left it behind the cowl because I like the way this looks. Somebody, I forget the name, forgive me, excuse me, I got a burp. I took the Mobula props. I prefer the tri-props on there, so I'm staying tri-props. But I took the props off, and that's what I'm using on here until they come out with a 75mm smoked frame. Kind of like the one I'm waiting for that, but only brushed. But so I did that. I did a little bit of paint. It's probably 2.5 hours in. But anyway, review. So I fly Tiny Whoop. You guys know I fly Tiny Whoop, and there's a lot of haters out there that don't like the Tiny Whoop. I don't care. Tiny Whoop is fun. You can fly it anywhere. You can take it anywhere. You bring it indoors. You can go places you can't with a 5-inch quad. That's the whole point. Yes, it's not as fast and it's not as agile, but you can do a little tweaking and tuning. You take your remote and you can up some of the shit on the remote. I don't care that it doesn't have beta flight on it, to be honest. Yeah, I enjoy the 1,000,000-mile-an-hour 5-inch ones we fly, but I mean, in the house chasing the kids around, this thing's agile. If you've seen any of the reviews, you already know the flight modes. It's got some bullshit beginner level. It's got an auto level mode. I won't even touch it because it's confusing as shit. I go right into the level mode that I fly in with Tiny Whoops in the house, and level mode is on point. It has acro. I will fly that outside once it warms up and the snow is gone. So I can't give my opinion. I did a quick 2-minute one in the house, and it's very touchy. My rate's on the remote, not this, because you can't change PIDs, but you can change, some of the stuff in the remote, so I have it a little bit touchier than the average quad. And again, it wasn't bad, but I want to break it out, flip it, roll it, and see how it does. But I'm getting 5 minutes, 6 minutes with it. I have the factory battery it comes with, and then I have the 550 milliamp high volt G&B batteries that I fly with noobs. And I don't know where the runt is. I went over there and the runt's not even there. But, my bad. That battery flies just as good. I'm, like I said, 5 or 6 minutes. And the power is really good. I find it very agile. Again, if you have just what the hell is that thing? The DXE, you're going to hate it. I mean, it'll fly and everything, but you need something like this where you can get in and you can change, instead of, my brain's not thinking right now. Instead of this being 100%, you can make this 150%, 140%, whatever you want it to do, and just make it more agile and give you a little bit more in the throw of the sticks. Once I did that a little bit and tweaked it, it's fantastic. My buddy was over and I was ripping right by his face, ripping around him. I'm not worried about hurting anybody. That's the whole point with these things. A lot of people complain that these frames suck. Dude, I full tilted it into the stairs. I smashed into my wife's exercise bike, like most married people, the thing that never gets used, that's just taking up room in the living room. And There's no scratches, no dents, no flex points, no stress, nothing. The motherfucker's solid. Again, you know, some people start here and then they work their way up to a mid and then work your way up to a monster and then don't ever look back at these things. I thoroughly enjoy tiny whooping. It is so much fun. So many people get a kick out of it. And in this weird time where people are scared of quads and drones, you take this thing out and fly it around. It's fantastic. Nobody's like, oh my God, you're going to hurt somebody. They want to see it fly. They want to see the goggles. They get a kick out of it. You know, tiny whoop, where it started. God, shout out to Jesse. One of the best freaking inventions in the quad world ever. Yeah, check out that sexy new freaking cowl on that. Yeah. But for you guys out there, I recommend it on tinywhoop.com. And I didn't even realize I had that out there. My bad. What a good plug. $56. You get the bind and fly if you already have a remote. You know, if you have an upgraded remote, that's the DX6E. Love it. That's the way to go. And again, you know, for winter time or if you're just starting out, I really do recommend this. If the beginner mode is your thing and the altitude hold helps you, because a lot of the videos I saw, well, actually every video, people having throttle management where they're slamming the ceiling and then they don't know how to just click down just a little bit in the throttle to just drop a little bit versus just slamming on the floor. That will help, and that is exactly what it's designed for. It kind of has like an expo feel to it where kids are making all kinds of noise. It has an expo feel to it where it'll slow it down a little bit. It will definitely help. I said the altitude mode, which I like flying in the house, it just makes it easier to shoot some of the easier gaps or tougher gaps without worrying about throttle management and yada, 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 yada. That was a Seinfeld reference. Man, I'm old. But yeah, this thing's cool. The cowl, they make different ones. They Micro Motor Warehouse is the only other place I've seen that sells a replacement frame. I'm sure it's somewhere else, but if you have, put it in the comment section so other people can find it, because I'm definitely going to get one, or I might experiment with dyeing this frame and seeing if I can go with the crazy Punisher whack job paint job that I got on this deal. But alright, beer just showed up. I am going to enjoy the rest of my weekend. I hope you guys enjoy watching the Patriots lose as much as I do. If you're from the States, because I'm a Cowboys fan and always will be, fuck the Patriots. Not mad to say that. You gotta own it. They suck. Everybody get off Brady's dick. Just saying. Peace out.